Some breaking news coming at you out of Feyenoord as current head coach Arne Slot says he's going absolutely nowhere. We'll tell you all about that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another manager update video, and I'll tell you all about that in just 1 second. Of course, if you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button. Bang for the old things, Rovers related, world football related, manager merry-go-round related. We're going to all hear, boys, under one roof here. Of course, Arne Slot, the Dutch coach coming at you out of Feyenoord, who just successfully picked up the title in the Eredivisie, says he's going nowhere. Of course, what does that mean for Blackburn Rovers? Well, I'll tell you all about it in a second. Of course, people shout about VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. You know who you are. And of course, if you're new, check it all out down below. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. So what does that mean? Or actually, first and foremost, where have I saw that news? Well, I'm going to tell you all about that right here, right now. Here it is, coming at you over on the land of Twitter. Fabrizio Romano, who is, of course, a journalist, a world-renowned journalist of over, how many followers has he got? A bazillion followers, I think. 14.8 million followers. So he is a credible source. And, of course, he bust this tweet earlier today. So it's not necessarily breaking news. It's been out and about for, I don't know, about 2 hours now. But I am in the USA. It's 5:57 a.m. recording this badger. But it does say Arne Slot will sign a new contract at Feyenoord, which will, of course, dent the hopes of Tottenham Hotspur, who were looking to bring him in as the new head coach. Seems to be everybody is turning down Spurs at the moment, which is quite bizarre. But what is that? What's the implications of that? Well, it does have a domino effect, or it would have had a domino effect, because Feyenoord, champions of Holland, looking to make an extended run maybe into next season's Champions League, or at least build upon the successes of this year with Feyenoord in the Dutch Suns. But they were looking at replacements, and one of the replacements they're looking at was Jon Dahl Tomasson coming at you from Blackburn Rovers, our manager who did a fantastic job in his first campaign, finishing in 7th, only missing out on playoffs by goal difference. And if you look at the history, the track record of Jon Dahl Tomasson, you can see he bleeds Feyenoord within his veins. So if this job had come about, or it may even still come about, maybe this is tactics to try and get more money out of Spurs or something like that. But realistically, it does seem to be a nail on the head in regards to slotting in at Tottenham Hotspur, and of course hoping to axe the rumours of JDT to leave. Now, like I said, JDT has been sought after, and he will continue to be sought after. But my underlining factor was the humongous links and connections that Tomasson has with Feyenoord. Successful player. The rumours are he was been living in the Netherlands. His family have been living there for a while. So it was obvious that that connection and that lure will continue to be there. There is a little, maybe an underlining concern is that PSV Eindhoven have also are looking for a manager as well, with Ruud van Nistelrooy also moving on to pastures new. So there is another vacancy in the Dutch Suns, but there is no major connection between JDT and PSV. So I've compared this scenario with Alan Shearer and Newcastle. It might not be as tight as that, or as superior as that, because of course Shearer was born in Newcastle and has been a fan of them ever since he was a youngster. But Tomasson's playing career had 2 successful stints over in the Netherlands with Feyenoord. Of course, he's had other times with Heerenveen as well. But really, his career flourished and ended at Feyenoord, and he has continued to have his managerial stints, or at least learn his managerial trade over in the Dutch leagues there with ex-Chelsea Roda in his earlier career, and moving into assistant manager for Vitesse Arnhem before branching out into managerial head coach role with Malmo. So again, yeah, a lot of people were steady and calm and cautious about this on Twitter. I not so much, because I thought, the key part of all this, of course, was the Arne Slot situation. If Arne Slot was to go, then of course we have to panic. We have to panic because the lure is there, and we got to give JDT tremendous credit if he is being linked with the likes of Feyenoord, maybe even PSV, Leeds, Leicester. So he's doing a fantastic job at Rovers with what he's got. So again, if this is true, which we should believe that it is true, then I feel that we are more than likely going to see JDT within the dugout for Blackburn Rovers at the start of the campaign. So I'm thinking the water has been thrown on the fire to a point. Man. Like I said, Leeds and Leicester are more than likely, especially if they both go down, looking for a new manager. Allardyce is coming to Leeds to do one job and one job alone. That's to keep him in the Premier League. Same could be said for Leicester City with Dean Smith. He's come in to do a job and try and keep them in the Premier League. And right now it looks, I think, very much more than likely that those two will go down alongside Southampton. Will they, as Championship clubs, come sniffing for Jon Dahl Tomasson as well? Probably, it could be, but I think it's going to be more of a the lure will not be as significant as this could have been. But the other elephant in the room is the PSV. Again, no connections as a player, but it is a humongous job in regards to world football, especially in the Dutch leagues. They're the one of the top three clubs in Holland, and if they do come knocking, which they may, we still may have a little bit of a fire to put out. But the lure, the major threat of our summer and our progression into next season, I believe, has been put out. So let's celebrate a little mini celebration, because everything hindered on this a little bit, if you know what I mean. When we look at our transfer plans, our plans for the summer, the style of play, the big decisions that were made already by letting Bradley Dack, Ayala go, and some other players that their futures have already been decided, as well as the players that we've highlighted to come into Ewood Park. They are coming in under the purpose that we're in a project, steer-headed or figure-headed or whatever, guided by JDT and his style of play. We are trying to bring in those players, the Smodiches, who could come in, slot in nicely, do what is asked of them, so that we can kick on forward. And I think a lot of hard work has been put into that. And for that to be disrupted, and I don't know, this may still we may still see a further disruption further into the summer, but the major threat is gone. This would have been a major, a significant lure for JDT. It would have been, we could not have asked him to say no because of his connections with Feyenoord. PSV, it's going to be a little bit harder. Leeds, Leicester, even significantly less of a threat as a thing. I'm not saying it can't happen. Of course, money talks. You can flash enough cash at anybody and they'll do anything for you. And everybody has a price. Everybody has a price. But I think for right now, I'm feeling much more confident that our summer plans should remain on track, and hopefully JDT will get himself situated in the summer for a more significant and successful championship season next season. Now, next season's going to be tricky. We already know Southampton are down. We already know the likes of Middlesbrough and Sunderland have also failed to get promoted. I feel it's going to be a much more competitive division next season, and much more fierce. And if we can equal or better, in fact, if we better our position in the league, we're in the playoffs. That's all we can hope for. But it's going to be tough, and the summer is important. Getting the right players in, and I think having the right man at the dugout is also massive. And that is JDT for the time being. But anyway, that's my short take on it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about that. Breaking news coming at you with regards to JDT. The transfer window, transfer rumours should be back tomorrow and into the weekend. I've got a few more lined up for you. But until then, guys and girls, I'll see you soon for the next one.